Alright, so some good news is I found a rear end for the Volvo, a Ford 88. So I plan to start working on that this weekend. I should have the weekend off. I've been working a lot, so haven't really had a whole lot of time. But here's the crusty but trusty Explorer 88. It's out of a 01 or something. It's got a 373 open diff, but I'm actually going to do 308 gears with a spool. I do have the spool for it right here. Hey, it's me. I'm actually editing the video, and I figure I better explain the 308 gear because I didn't when I recorded it. The 308 gear is because of the Nissan transmission that's in this. The LOJ website for the Nissan CD truck transmission says that a 308 gear paired with this transmission is similar to a T56 with a 410 final drive. So that's why I'm going with the 308. I know it's kind of a weird gear. Even the guy that I bought the gear from was like, why the hell are you buying this thing? Wanted to add that in there because that might sound like an odd combination. But the idea is with that Nissan transmission to get it similar to a T56 with a 410. There's the spool. So I've never used one of these before, so I'm going to do that. Well, I think I did have one in the Mustang that came with it, but I've never installed one before. So it'll be my first time doing that. Had a hard time finding the 88, but ironically enough, the guy that I found on Marketplace was the same place that I bought the rear end for this truck from. I backed into the driveway and looked across the street, and I was like, man, that place looks familiar. And I asked the guy, I'm like, do you own the property across the street too? And he said, yeah, so that's where I picked up the other one from. So kind of funny, but I couldn't find his posts at all on Marketplace, and I was looking around and I went to some junkyards and stuff and really kind of had a strangely hard time finding one. And his post wouldn't even come up, but I searched for narrowed 88 on Marketplace, and that's when his ad came up. So for some reason, I had a hard time finding that one, but found it, got it now. We'll start working on it this weekend. We've also fallen down the RC rabbit hole. I did make a post on the Facebook page the other day for the channel, but we've fallen down the RC rabbit hole. So we got a Max for Christmas, and then I got that one for myself, another Max, and then we got a Traxxas Rustler, and then we got a SC10. My daughter's been driving that. My youngest son's been driving that. So we've been having a lot of fun with these things. Yeah, perfect. But I got something else. A lot of you guys have been asking me what kind of ECU I'm going to do, and I got the ECU that I'm going to do. So this guy came today, Max ECU. I know Calvin at the Nivlac 57 channel uses this, and it does do the VVT control for the Vortec 4200 engine. So that's kind of the main reason, but I'm also at a point where I'm interested in learning a new ECU and learning a new software, so ready to dive into learning a Max ECU. Is that an ECU in my pocket, or am I just happy to see you? So here's the ECU, Max ECU Sport. I did get the premium package with all the options on it, and it was like $1,400 shipped, like $1,420 I think is what I paid for it. Yep, it was $1,419. $1,419 shipped. So it's a little bit cheaper than what it's listed on the website, but the website price is like their generic dealer pricing, and then when you go on the website to order it, you submit a request to a dealer, and then the dealer contacts you and gives you the actual pricing. So they have a map on there. I used the map, found a dealer that was like in Chicago, which is about 3 hours from me, or around the Chicago area. Submitted the email, I believe it was on a Saturday morning, and the dealer responded to me on the Saturday and said they had it in stock, and then I ordered it, I believe it was the next day, and it showed up today. It's Wednesday, so here's everything that comes in the box. It's got a start manual, quick start guide, some stickers, and then a nice, pretty, clear, easy to read pinout for everything. ECU comes inside this nice little foam holder, and it's got a USB cable. This one does have the wideband sensor, some other plugs for the wideband, and other plugs for the harness. This one does come with, here's the antenna for it. It does come with some vacuum fittings that go right to the ECU. It has an onboard 3-bar map sensor. Here's kind of the full unterminated harness. So this one is not vehicle specific or engine specific. So I'll have to do a lot of the pinning and everything and put plugs on it. So not for the faint of heart if you don't like wiring, but I kind of like wiring because I'm a dork. So I'm interested in doing that. So in this book, it also does have the different versions of ECUs that they have, Mini, Street, Sport, Race, Pro, and kind of shows all of the stuff here. I know you can't really read it. I'll post what it looks like on their website, but I did actually use this on their website quite a bit when I was researching this to try to figure out which one I wanted to buy. It starts out with Max sequential cylinders, 6, and then Max waste spark cylinders is 12 for the Sport. So This is an inline 6, and I wanted to do sequential 6 cylinders, but it could do 12 batch fire if I needed to. So Mini does 4 sequential, Street does 6, Race does 8, Pro does 12, sequential 16, and Wasted Spark. And then it goes through all kinds of different stuff here. Like if it has the wideband, built-in EGTs, the Sport doesn't have EGTs, has built-in Bluetooth, 2 trigger inputs, extra analog inputs, etc. It shows all that stuff. So what I was really looking for with this was I wanted to do sequential 6 cylinders. I wanted to do drive-by-wire. I didn't need EGTs. And I think that was my main criteria. So like the Street version will do 6 cylinder sequential, but it doesn't do E-throttle output is no. What I was able to do is use that little map to find the lowest cost version of the one that fit my needs, and then chose the premium one because that comes with the wideband sensor and all that stuff. You can choose like ECU only, basic harness, you can choose, that comes with everything, the wideband, all that stuff. So here's where we are. But other than that, I really don't know a whole lot about these except for some videos that I've seen and some stuff that like Calvin has done. But from the several videos I've watched, it seems really interesting and very capable, so I'm interested to learn that. I've also been getting quite a few questions about this since I did that in the last video, and I haven't touched it since the video. So I don't know if I want to pull the engine out yet. I got a couple transmissions that I'm going to do for people. A couple 4L80s. So one's getting dropped off this weekend, and then there's another one that I'm going to be doing for someone coming up, so we'll fit it in somewhere. So that's it for this one. Tonight I'm going to be working on this guy. This is my Max. I had to buy a cover for it when I bought it on Marketplace. It didn't have a body. I got a bad bearing there, so I'm going to do new hubs and bearings and all that stuff. Tonight I'm going to work on that with the kids. And then this one here, we're waiting on some arms because I crashed it into it when my daughter was driving the other day. I crashed mine into hers. It's kind of just like these, right? Like you fix it, you break it, you drive it, you break it, you fix it, you know? The cool part about it is my kids are really into this stuff, and now as they're learning more about this, they're starting to see the correlation between this that they're doing and what I'm doing out here. So it's really cool to see that like transition in learning, right? Because we bought a differential and rebuilt the differential in here, and now I'm going to do the differential on the Explorer rear end. So they're basically seeing me doing the same stuff that they get to see on a smaller scale, and it's been a fun experience. So, and I'll shut up. Okay, bye.